We're going to be making some bubblegum bass. The plan is we're going to make 2 beats, and then I've got an announcement that we'll talk about later. There's a lot of different types of songs that you could say sound like bubblegum bass, but this is what I'm going to be making today. Well, the most important part is going to be the bass. And for this one, I have prepared a little preset, the saw wave right here. It's got some unison, and then we've got this filter, which is automated by this envelope, 483 millisecond. Here are the different effects. So hyper, flanger, chorus. The hyper off and on. Then we've got a flanger and then chorus. So these are subtle effects, but it makes it sound a little bit more wide. And then we've also got some white noise on the top, real low level. And then also this oscillator, it's 2 octaves above. So that's what I'm going to be using to make this bass. All right, this is what I've got. How did I get this rhythm? It is the trusty old dotted eighth rhythm. This is what it looks like. It's just 3 16th notes, and it lines up with all these different hits. It's just starting on the 2nd beat rather than the 1st beat. Gonna add in some simple percussion here. Clap would be classic. Here's what I've got for drums. It's your simple, like, snappy top kick layer. Everyone's heard this clap before. And then we've just got your 909 snare in there, just as like a simple fill. All right, now what we're gonna do is make like a little top layer, something real nice that can go in the background. And this is gonna be on a synth. I'm gonna pull something from the Cute and Stuff pack. Here's the loop I came up with, and guess what? We're doing the dotted 8 thing again. 1, 2, 3, new note. 1, 2, 3, new note. Dotted 8th. It'll get you a long way. Okay, I want to add in some kind of like experimental stuff on this. Here's what we've got. It's an LFO on 16ths with some cutoff. Here's a before and after. And then we've also got grain delay on there, before and after. That would be fun for like a different texture. All right, what I'm gonna do now is find one more synth in there that I can kind of use as like an instrumental. Here's where I ended up for that synth. And then I added this LFO tool on there, which just has the comb filter from Serum. Yeah, I thought that sounded nice. Let's do some quick arrangement so we can get an idea out there. All right, just spent some time working on this, and here's what I've got for an arrangement. It's got this intro section. I like it starting right away, so I brought in the bass. Vocal would start here. And it doesn't have any of the instruments in there. And then what you do next is kind of bring them in slightly. This one is actually down an octave. Yeah, and then right here, everything cuts out. You see the instrument slowly being added back in, and then it's the build up to an instrument change. So this is either an instrumental or just vocals over the top with one instrument. And then this would lead back into the first vocal section. Usually for a song like this, you have some sort of simple effects in the background. This is the announcement I was going to talk about. I've got a new sample pack out called HYPERPOP Effects Volume 1. Why this pack? I wanted something like this. I like making beats fast, and usually having good effects takes a while to get right. It's got some variety. It's both heavy and light sounding HYPERPOP effects, and it's got a variety of keys and BPMs. 50 plus sounds, and they're all loops. So you can like chop up individual parts. For example, this one right here. It's got both builds and effects loops and some miscellaneous ones. Those are going to be in the description. Check that out at the end of the video. In the meantime, I'm going to kind of debut this and pull in some sounds. Yeah, I'm going to put this teleport loop in there. All right, just drag those in. Here's what they sound like. Yeah, so that's the beat for this one. It's supposed to be a little bit more simple. I'll play the section with effects again. All right, time for beat number 2. So this one, I'm gonna do a beat that doesn't really have drums in it. This type of beat just focuses on the bass and like a lead, and it would be really driven around the vocals, but I'm not gonna record vocals for this one. I've got an idea for this one. My thought is it needs to be like a detuned Porto lead. Maybe actually turn it into more of a pluck. Maybe I'll put the cutoff up. All I'm gonna do is make the bass match that. So it's just gonna be like a lower layer, like a Reese bass. And I have a few of those in my first pack, which is actually for free on the website. Okay, I just added like a cutoff filter to make this one like able to be plucked, if that makes sense, pluckable. And I'm gonna turn that into the same thing that happened over here. It's very simple like this. And then what I think this also needs is just like the first beat, like a top pad layer. So I'm gonna work on that right now. Okay, let's see if I can add in some effects to kind of fill in some gaps. So I've got this playful loop in there, and then I also have this build riser at the end. All right, I have this feeling that this isn't quite the bass line that you are thinking of. So I'm gonna turn this into more of like a dance bass, which is kind of more like the bubblegum bass, I think. What you do is you do some more dotted eighths. That's what you do. All right, I just finished with that. Here is what the MIDI looks like. Dotted eighth once again, if you don't believe me. Do, 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 is what we're doing. So that's the rhythm. And I just put it in the lead. Here is what it sounds like. I hope that's what you were looking for if you were looking for some HYPERPOP bass tutorial. The link to the new pack is going to be in the description. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.